Welcome to Space Time Engineering. Today we are celebrating a true classic, the Pygmy model 1405, a delicate yet sophisticated transistor radio from France 1971. Slim and sleek, thought by many to embody the elegance of a French design, the Pygmy was a staple across France and Central Europe. Its lightweight plastic body measures approximately 280 by 185 by 70 millimeters, weighing about 1.4 kilograms. At the top, a black and white frequency dial reveals not just bands, but also the names of major European cities, a blend of design and practicality. To your left is the telescopic FM and shortwave antenna, and on the right, an on off volume knob that smoothly transitions the volume up and down. Next to it is the tone control, a very useful while listening music to adjust the treble and bass to your desired level. Bands can be selected through a series of push button band selectors and the handy AFC automatic frequency control. Button make tuning precise and effortless can only be effective in FM band. Circuit design, super heterodyne layout. This radio is based on a classic super heterodyne architecture. 10 transistors with dual IF stages at 4.8 kHz AM and 10.7 MHz FM. The RF front end uses transistors like 4P40R, BF195, or BC148 to buffer and mix incoming signals, ensuring reliable reception and audio output such as AC142, creating a well balanced RF and AF signal chain. The 4 band coverage, long wave 150 to 276 kHz, and medium wave 520 to 1620 kHz for local and regional AM broadcasts, especially effective at night and evening via ionospheric propagation. Shortwave 5.9 to 12.5 MHz for international DX broadcasts. This front end with the telescopic whip demonstrates surprisingly good selectivity even in daylight. FM 86.5 to 108 MHz for high quality freestyle reception. AFC automatic frequency control helps stabilize tuning, activated via a push button alongside band selectors. Power, audio, and antenna inbuilt. This radio runs on six 1.5 volts D cell batteries, providing 9 volts in total power, offering excellent portability since mains adapters is still emerging. Its speaker is a dynamic permanent magnet unit, about 10 centimeters in diameter, with around 1 watt audio output. Additionally, there's an external antenna jack with a built-in internal speaker muting, perfect for private listening and boosting shortwave performance via external aerial. Despite slim plastic housing, the internal construction is sturdy, featuring molded supports, well-braced tuning components, including 5 AM and 7 in FM shielded tuned circuits. A telescopic whip and external antenna jack, complete with the speaker muting, offer great flexibility in reception. RF and IF circuitry, shielding, and tuned circuits. Post IF, the detection stage handles AM demodulation via crystal diode and transistor detector. FM demodulates via ratio detector, followed by automatic frequency control circuitry, which adjusts the local oscillator for the stable reception. The audio path includes a tone control, a simple RC network that adjusts low frequency response, and the volume knob doubles as the on off switch, a standard artifact of early 1970 radio design. Detection, AFC, and audio processing. Following the IF, the detector stage handled AM and FM decoding. AM with diode style detection, FM likely using ratio detector design. The AFC circuit, activated by a button, locks the local oscillator for stable tuning on FM. Next, a simple yet effective tone control RC network and integrated volume pot on off switch streamline the audio path, mechanical design and tuning system. The tuning mechanism features a precision gear driven gain capacitor, allowing fluid tuning across all bands. The push button band selectors, durable, tactile, make band switching fast and satisfying. Live tuning demonstration, audio overlay of tuning across bands. LW/MW. At night, enjoy distant European talk music via Skywave. SW daytime DX listening shows the receiver's sensitivity even with just a weep antenna. FM crisp station rich, stabilized by AFC for zero drift. After 54 years, this little radio still performs beautifully. It's all transistor design ensures no tubes to fail, while internal construction remains solid. However, plastic casing is brittle. Treat it gently. Internal adjustable coils and accessible transistor sockets make modern servicing feasible. Unique design features and cultural context. What makes the Pygmy stand out isn't just its technical excellence, it's the meticulous French design, city label dial, elegant yet practical controls, and balanced artistry and functionality. In 1971, radios like this embodied European post-war tech culture, portable, stylish, and well-made. Superheterodyne circuit with dual IFS 4.8 MHz and 10.7 MHz. 4 bands LW, MW, SW, FM, each with dedicated tuned circuits. 10 transistors, including RF, IF detector, AFC audio stages. 9V battery operation, 6 times D cells with approximately 1 watt audio output. Telescopic and external antenna options plus internal speaker mute. Precision mechanical tuning, tone and volume on off controls. Lightweight portable design with refined aesthetic. This radio shows that over half a century on, engineering and style can still resonate. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share your vintage radio stories in the comments. What's your favorite vintage radio? Have you ever owned or used a Pygmy? 1405 or similar classic. Share your memories and let us know what you'd like to see reviewed next. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more vintage tech from the golden era of radio. Thank you for watching.
We've just beaten Andorra 1-0. It was 0-0 at half-time. It was a woeful performance. On some level, we got quite lucky to find the breakthrough. I don't really think that Thomas Tuchel did us a favour by being...
Hall and commentary from 7:45. Joining us now, though, as we build up to the match, former Wales defender Danny Gabbidon. Hi to you, Danny. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Great to have you with us. And BBC Sport Wales' David Pritchard joins us from Brussels as well. David, how's it going out there?
Evening, Dallas. Yeah, very good out here. Some 4,500 Wales fans have made the journey for a trip they know very well by now. These teams have played each other 10 times over the last decade.